Welcome to the first look of Synergy. And what is Synergy, you may ask? It's a city building game in which humanity must survive in a strange and hostile world. So you basically build a city and try to respect the ecosystem, and you explore and analyze your environments and provide the needs of your citizens. This game is available on demo on the Steam Next Fest. Potentially, when I am showing that to you, Next Fest won't be up anymore, but I'm pretty sure that the demo will still be there and you can check that out. And this is my first look at the game, my first playthrough as well, and we'll check how that all works. So we have a campaign, we have the No Man's Land. The tutorial is crucial to get players familiar with the game mechanics, ensuring a rewarding gaming experience and understanding of the game's objectives. What attracted me to this game is actually the game graphics and how everything is actually designed. I'm really keen on looking and taking a look at how that works. So a group of exiles having to leave the desiccated oasis that had cradled them until then must rebuild in spite of their meager resources. However, the climate challenged them at every turn, and the desert overflows with strange and dangerous mysteries. So to a victory, we need 1,000 or 2,000. Oh, I think this is like you just pass, you get 1,000 points or 2,000 points or something like that. I don't know. Let's see. You go and then to the wandering. For two generations, our community lived in the heart of an oasis protected from the hazards of the outside world. But the oasis, like all the others, dried out and died. We were forced to leave our home, but always not lost. Amongst the stretches of sand, we reached the shores of new lakes. Their waters, no matter how foul, promise to be life-saving if you can only treat them. And I think that's the whole premise in here. So first things first, obviously, we need to obtain water. This is the main challenge in here and how we can keep life going. So in order to obtain it, we must build a pontoon. So your citizens might draw toxic water from the lake using special canisters. Then toxic water must be then be treated and purified in a rotation basin to then become clean water, which the citizens can drink. So there we go. All resources acquired must be stored. So in the water tower, clean or toxic water. In the cellar, food and clean water, which are the resources the citizens use to feed themselves. And the small warehouse, all other resources. So we have a few things to build in here. Citizens don't fetch resources if they have nowhere to store them in, which makes sense. So move the camera to a water spot, and you're telling me, okay, I can use keys to do that. I have to use my mouse to do that. Then we go to build, and we say that we have two different types of pontoons. Is that all right? The way they look actually matter. So I guess we have to be two into the land there. Let's build it over here. Might be the good place. A rotation basin and a water tower. So the rotation basin will be used for purifying the water. I'll also try to leave like some space in between. And then the water tower will be the storage for this. Now, do I need to build one or two water towers? One for polluted, one for clean? That might be a good question. When we finish building that, I might take a look if we can actually set which type of water we will be just storing there. I just love all the birds, all the details, and well, that's a pretty large map. We can also make time pass a little bit quicker, pressing F1 and F2 up to 4 times speed. Yeah, building, I like they have stages actually for the building in there. And this is telling me that the construction is completed and that we don't have any assigned workers in here. So I guess we can assign a citizen in there. Don't know if it matters which one we do it, but certainly we have someone in there. And that'll be very good. Now, let's speed that up a little bit. The water tower, we can store both, I guess. And we can up to 400. Maybe if I remove clean water from this, add another one in there, that one will be, I think I'll maximize, the max is 400, but what I will do, I'll just say, yeah, toxic water, clean water, so they can take it from here to there, and whoever comes in here will be able to get the toxic water from here, put in there, and then clean water goes in this area. Or that's how I envision this. Assign 2 citizens to open tomb and 1 to the rotation basin, and step 1 is complete. We now have a water treatment infrastructure and the foundations for a healthy, sustainable irrigation system. However, the seasons come and go. Severe and unpredictable, we risk disaster if we harvest only what is sufficient for immediate consumption. To keep our buildings running smoothly, we need to store enough clean water to prepare for drought. So that's why we are building a second water tower in there. So water rarities force you to balance the expanding population and growing demand with the means of supply and the climate conditions. Some climatic events, such as a dry season, can end up being fatal for a new prepared city, as the means of supplying water are slowed significantly or even stopped. So I guess this is the weather prediction that we have in here, and this is the current weather. So we can say that it's just overcast. Luckily, the upcoming climatic conditions can be consulted on their interface, displaying the weather for the current cycle. A cycle is a unit of time made of 40 days. All this information can be found near the speed controls. Yeah, there we go. Also with the speed in there as well. Good. We now have to, you are missing the resource. Yeah, I think they're still gathering that. They'll finish that one as well. Trails, I want some trails because I put this in here for a reason. And we need to build a second retention basin. So I might extend this over there, and retention basin go over here. Oh, we can change direction in there as well, which is good. Although on Windows pressing shift multiple times will try to give me like the sticky keys, which I really don't like. A road shape, why a road shape? It's just how the building actually look. So build that second one, we will assign another one when we are there. And then hopefully we will get this sorted. Also, I'll build another road to facilitate their coming and going over there. They brought some resources, which we have foods, prepared foods, water, remedies, finished products, tools, technologies, plant resource, natural ingredients, fungal resource, seeds, waste, raw materials, and composite materials as well. How many people? Employments at work, 5 out of 5. All right. Guess we'll wait. This we don't want actually toxic water in there. And hopefully this will bring just, oh, I can just turn that off. Yes, that's much easier. So this one is just toxic. This one is just clean water. And that makes our life a lot easier. 8 days to get some of that, so let's speed things up, I guess. And while we do this, we also get this construction going. Then we can see how long this is going to take. Going there, I think we have any resource. We have a water point in there. We have some bushes so we can gather some food, I believe. They are homeless at the moment, unfortunately. They will stay for a little bit Are you? Yeah, we need people to actually go and finish that building, please. Let's do this. This is our high priority. And then we get someone, we have 6 citizens available in there. All right, they will work on this. This will take some time. And why are you? Oh, this is the person working there. That's why you're colored. And we're now getting water. Good. The oasis inhabitants have slept for too long under an open sky, separated from the ravages of the climate and only by a stretch of canvas. We need to house them in permanent buildings. To do this, we'll need materials and warehouse to store them in. Piles of rock likely to suit our needs can be found all over the area. Best show good judgment in using them. Alright, resource withdrawal. To construct buildings, you need resources. They can be collected in several different ways. One simple method is withdrawing resources on the map to collect ingredients. The withdrawal resource action is available in the quick actions bar, which is... Where is that quick action? Is that around here? Oh, here. Alright. This action enables you to withdraw resources and plants from the map so you can collect them with the consequence of destroying the object or plants. Remember to build a smaller house too, so be able to store the resource. So let's slow things up. And let's see what we have here. Can have prioritization. We have withdraw resource, which I believe we need some rocks. And can I do this? All right, this is what we want. And we also need a warehouse, but then I'd love to build an a warehouse somewhere closer to our place here. And unfortunately, I have to click there, of course. Do we need anything to build this, or is it whatever we want? And why you don't let me build anything? All right, I have a small warehouse, and I'll try to build this in a way or place that I feel like is the best place for that. I'll get in there. And obtain 30 boil rocks. This showed me the resource, but I don't know exactly what the resources are for that. Now I can do this. All right. Does this speed then? Less exhausting, gives mobility. All right. We have these, but no storage. Yeah, we will see. I have 30 and 30, so it'll be more than enough. As soon as we finish building this, we have the water stored in there, 20. That's fantastic. No toxic water at the moment. And we say construction complete. Yes, we know it. All right. Can we see fuel 6% of citizens thirst gauge, but can we see how much we are spending against the population? Doesn't seem like I have that information available. It's definitely something that I would love to see there. Resource extraction, refining. Oh, we have some sort of filters in here. All right, that makes sense. Let's speed things up and see this building being completed, and they will start bringing the rock in there. Done. So now they need a roof over their heads to keep them safe from the climate, and so they can live in decent conditions. Your citizens will go eat, drink, and rest at home, making their home's placement strategically important. When refreshing themselves, citizens consume food and clean water. these resources are drawn directly from a nearby cellar. So this is why houses must be within a cellar's range. So here you have like an idea that this is the range, building the range, and you'll be good. As well, setting the house within the right range. If the citizens are able to eat and drink, there must be clean water and food in the cellar. This is why all storage space automatically asks for 20 units of each resource, so citizen will bring those in. Within the storage space interface, you can modify the numbers. Yeah, we've seen that. Transporting priorities, as all resources must be carried between structures by citizens. It's of vital importance to keep a sufficient number of citizens unassigned to any building and therefore available for courier duty. So anyone that's unassigned will be a courier. Citizens automatically place a higher priority on your direct orders, with the tasks they consider most important coming second. However, you can make any order or building a priority relative to any other order or task using this button. Alright, sounds good. So let's build our next thing here. So we have the house, we have some tents. What's the difference? One citizen, 1 to 2 citizens. I think that's the material that we consume. That's basically the difference. But we do need to build a cellar, so we also have an idea on how far they would go for resource, I should say. This is good enough. Very central. Will enable us to... I just noticed that I should probably shift that. Can I stop it? Prioritize, destroy. Yeah, I don't actually want that. I want to shift things around and make it looking... Oh, it doesn't... It's kind of overlooks the same way there. Alright, so my bad, I guess. And then 3 houses within the range of the cellar. Which basically what I will do here is do something like that. So we create a new road. And for housing, stone housing, 1 to 2 citizens, 3 to 6 days. Yeah, I won't do our rudimentary tents. The housing... Oh, actually capacity is 4 for those, and it requires 1 to 2 citizens to actually build that. Alright, that makes a little more sense to me, I guess. So 1... I'll build 1 more, just because. And then the cellar is built. And beginning of a new cycle, temperate season, good. And this will ask for everything that we have in there. Alright, they'll work on it. They are doing their best there. I guess they will do what they need to do, build those 3, and then the people will be available to come to this area. We should see this number changing as well. Yeah, there we go. And this saying that it's taking water from there, I think, or they work in there. Yeah, I think that's work. Good. The supplies we carried with us are dwindling by the day, but picking the region's strange, thorny fruits is risky business, and eating them is even riskier. Before collecting anything, we have to rule out any danger in exploiting these plants. Our scientific knowledge is limited, but the old distiller at the oasis has sufficient equipment to carry out basic chemical experiments. By providing him with a mobile workspace, we can begin our botanical studies. And 4 adults and 0 children have joined the city. Nice. So the environmental analysis, and I like that this is getting like more and more complex and adding more and more to the game. So carrying out environmental analysis thanks to the field lab will allow you to bring to light characteristics of the local flora. Understanding your environment is the only way to get resource without causing suffering to your citizens or destroying your environment, which is important as we are already very dangerously close to extinction by the looks of it. The first analysis type, surface analysis, informs you on the results of the withdrawal resource action on the harvest action on plants. So build the field lab, we will analyze and say health, storms, temperature, and all of that. So the harvest action require harvest building in order to communicate to the citizens. And when a harvest action is carried out on a plant, the plant switches growth stages rather than being destroyed. Make this a more sustainable action. Fantastic. Additionally, since the action doesn't destroy the plants, the harvest order continues to be applied to it. This way, citizens will interact with the plants every time it passes into appropriate growth stage again. So again, making it more sustainable. This is infirmary. This is more storage. Where is the picker's cabin? Which I think we might need one close by here. And what I might do, I may actually create another road and do this over here. And where is the field lab? That is over here. Seems like this can go basically anywhere. So what I would do this over here, and we'll definitely bring a road to them, just to make this a little bit easier and all the walking a little bit faster as well. So there you go. And then when they're done, they are done. I think we'll get someone in there. Let's assign someone over here as well. And hopefully we can... Is that what I need to do? Or do you just add analysis, surface analysis, and that'll be the plants? Cool. They are working on it, and hopefully we will get an analysis very soon to that. So we can use the picker's cabin to go there and actually do this. Is that done? I think it is done. I'll do some analysis in the queue and see what happens there, also in their one. Just so we can have an idea on what happens in here. Because in theory, we want add a task. Citizens trim bushes in order to obtain excess material. Citizens collect visible fruits from plants. Maybe this one. And I think you will be working on that, I hope. Yeah, they've picked that. That is pretty cool. This is analyze a moisture pod bearing plants. I think that's what I'm missing there. All right, I don't know if that's what it is, but looking at the resume test analysis, we have like the moisture pods produced by this plant grow back after a while. We can harvest them without destroying the specimen, and the branches of the sharp bush grow at high speeds. We can prune them on a regular basis. Is that what I need to do? There are some analysis. I basically analyzed every single element on the map because I was trying to find it. Yeah, I think that was exactly what I had to do in there. So to acquire some resources, you need to go through a refining stage, such as the case with tools, which are assembled in the forge, and mules, which are prepared in the kitchen. Some production buildings are multifunctional and can produce several resources. The production module enables you to choose which resource you want to produce and how you want to produce it. By selecting the desired recipe, this allows you to adapt to the resources available in your environment. So the production speed varies depending on its efficiency, mostly affected by the number of active citizens working within. Recipes can be affected by buffs or debuffs, weighing on efficiency, resource cost, and yield. These adjustments can derive from multiple sources, from buffs unlocked in research projects, produced within range of other buildings, and debuffs from doing difficult weather. Alright, so I like that you're carrying some research there. We have some basic food, moisture pods, vegetables, carbon bulbs. If I have seen the moisture pods in there before, that'll make my life a lot easier. We do have a lot of water as well, some technology, some plant research. We may need to say that, or this is harvesting, we may need to add other options for like the cutting of the branch, but that's all right. Let's build one kitchen, one forge, and see what we can do from there. So let's go around here. The cellar, field lab, there we go. We have the kitchen. We need some rocks, 20 rocks to do this. And this will help us produce some good food in there. Fortunately, I can't fit in there, but I can definitely add you over here. And this might be where we'll do it. It's close to the cellar, close to the warehouse, close to the houses, and to where we pick those fruits. So I think that makes sense to do this. In the forge, I think this can be on the other side there because this needs this, what's the word that I'm looking for? This needs something that I can't remember. The word for that. This needs rock. Yes, this is the word I'm looking. And if I can do this, please, that'll be fantastic. There we go, extending things all around. So we are building that, and we need to obtain the mills and tools for that. So I will speed things up a little bit as we are getting some food over there, and this is almost done as well. Now I really wanted to see, this is input, output. All right, I'll leave it as it is at the moment. And I'll put one person in there. I don't know if we use two or just one is enough. I think depending on how fast we produce, we gather the food and produce the meal there. And these, we still need some rocks. Are we able to analyze the rock itself? I don't think we can. So the only thing that we can do there is grab like this little bits and pieces in here. And oh, I love how all of them is already working on it. Everyone is like straight into it, and they'll start moving things because they don't have other tasks in here other than bringing the rock and building that building over there, which we already have two people working on it as well. That is pretty cool. All right. This needs vegetable, which may be a good idea to add more. I'm saying pick all of this, maybe go there. There's the cabbage in here as well. I hope that at some point we'll be able to, oh, I can just do that. That makes my life a lot easier. So I hope that at some point we can farm that instead of just using like the environment around us. Get someone working there as well. We already prepared 30 meals and we still have basic foods. Good. And now we should be working, and we need those sticks. So that is something that we need to fix then. I'll actually add another picker's cabin And that'll be here. And if you can, oh, they'll come and build it. I don't need to prioritize that. Bring that in here. And this one will get the sticks, because that's what we need in there. We do have one person working here, and it seems to be keeping up quite well with the food. Now for this, let's speed this up. And as soon as they're done, we will say add a task, trimming, and I think we'll start trimming all of this. I also feel like we need to trim some of those other than just picking them. And I'll do it on this side a little bit further, but then we still can gather all of that, and we can trim the other ones. Obviously, we need people working there. I'll add 2 people in here just so we get enough materials so we can start moving ahead with things. And yeah, sticks. We need those sticks. And away they go to work on that. That is really good. All right, start to get those sticks, and hopefully they will start to work with this. We have 6, we need 90, we need 30 to start the process in there. So I guess it's just a matter of time now while this all happens. Your citizens consume up to 51 units per cycle if they eat only prepared foods. So we have more than enough in there for them. That's good. We're now finding that balance that we wanted to know. This water tower is not storing the toxic waste. So what I might do, I'll do this actually. They'll start storing water in there instead. I think that will work for us. And how are we with the sticks? Still 0, but they are producing the first tools over there. So civil engineering, we have enough to ensure our survival, at least for now, but survival alone doesn't keep citizens motivated. Many are already thinking, what's next? Toil and work every day to collect my ration and my drop of water? Yeah. If we should keep citizens motivated and enable the community to truly live again, it's high time we began thinking of this camp as a genuine city. We need to plan and build communal living space designed to conviviality and recreation, and for adults join the city. So, you now know how to provide your citizens' needs when it comes to food and clean water, basic needs. Without food and clean water, they run the risk of suffering from malnutrition and dehydration. If this state persists, they may develop an illness referred as the weakening, or may even die of hunger and thirst. So we can see that by the symbols. When a citizen is unwell, their movement and work speed decrease. Illness can be treated in the infirmary. If reinfected with the same illness, it will evolve into an aggravated state, requiring rapid treatment to avoid the citizen's death. Citizens can be lost in various ways: starvation, dehydration, serious illness left untreated, and disappearance through a new fated expedition. Now ensure your citizens' survival, the time has come to design a city with a coherent architecture and a sense of well-being. Building a square will allow you to begin designing a district. There are multiple squares available and several districts selectable per square, each with its own specific qualities. So we have the cultural, the barter, and botanical. Buildings that belong to the district attribute to the nearest square. Each district requires the presence of a specific building to be valid. Other building mentions contribute to district points. Special buildings for houses and buildings that add points or remove points, and you have a district score. But before we build this, I think it's time we leave this as it is at the moment. I hope you've enjoyed this game. I think this is a lovely game. And although I feel like we need a little bit better indication on what to do or what things are, because you don't have like just trees, you have specific names for the shark bush has moisture pods in there and not I don't know, shark fruit or something like that. So need to be a little bit easier in that sense. But the graphics, I just love how this game is built, and it's definitely on my wish list for the final release, or even if they release this in early access. I don't know if they'll do this, but I certainly want to see it. And they say the game will be out on Q2 2024. So it's just around the corner, and I will play it when it's out. Just you watch it. So go take a look at this thing and wishlist the game. I think it's really nice to build off a game, and I really love the way it looks. So I hope you do as well. And let me know in the comments what you think. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.